Anything major within the practice, we always approach it as a team. We'll sit and we'll discuss it, and we'll look at why we have to do certain things, or we're going to implement that protocol. It's going to affect everybody. We all need to agree on it. And obviously with COVID, we had no choice. We had to change everything that we did and every aspect of our dentistry. We embraced the use of online formats. Never really used Teams or Zoom before COVID, and that was how we survived and communicated with each other. We had weekly Teams meetings with the dentists, with the guys back in head office, we had Zoom meetings with the whole practice team, as many as we could get in, to sort of check on everybody, but also see each other's faces when we couldn't physically do it. When we were allowed to come back to work, and even just before then, the whole issue of being fit tested and having to learn to look like Darth Vader dressed as a banana going to a fancy dress party is kind of the humour level that we've got to with COVID. Wearing PPE that we would never normally wear, unless we were in, a completely sterile operating theatre setting, was very strange and very daunting and terrifying at times. We very firmly believed in keeping our patients in the loop as much as we could without overloading it, conscious of what they were going through at home. So we would regularly email them, even while we were closed, and letting them know we are still here and you can still speak to a dentist. And we were triaging patients. We emailed them to let them know that we were going to be reopening, but actually we're doing it slowly, and we have to prioritise our patients that have been in pain or have had an emergency. And we'll then be in touch as and when we can start seeing regular people. At the end of 2020, we then started utilising Software of Excellence's patient portal to try and speed things up, but also to move forward digitally and make things a bit more modern, I suppose. So the patient portal gave patients the opportunity to complete their medical history at home, complete their COVID screening form that we had to get done. It freed up time for the reception staff to focus on those patients and being that welcoming face back through the door. It allowed us in surgery much quicker access to go, right, quick scan through your medical history, yeah, that's all good, double check it with the patient and sign it off. It also allowed patients the ability to check in when they got to the practice, because our waiting room door was shut, which for us was a big no-no. We're open from 8 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, 4 days a week, and our front room door is never shut, it's never locked. So to physically have to unlock it and escort a patient in was just bizarre to begin with. So having that ability for the patient to go, I am still here and you do know I'm here, and then to get a more personal message back going, yeah, we know you're here, we'll be with you in a minute. And even as things started lessening, we were still emailing patients and going, we've now reached the stage where we don't feel we need to keep the waiting room door locked. But if you would still feel happier staying in your car, that's absolutely fine. We never said to patients, it's going to be like this and that's it. We had lots of patients who were still really anxious about coming and really quite worried that hadn't been to us when we'd initially opened, and what am I going to find? And we still get patients now, we're 2 and a bit years on, but we'll still get patients now going, am I all right to come and sit in the waiting room? Am I all right to use your toilet? And we're like, of course you are, absolutely fine. We want to get back to normal, but we want to do it safely. So we try and communicate things in as many ways as we can, in a friendly kind of, this is what we're proposing we want to do, but we want to do it with you in mind, and we want you to be happy that we're doing it. And if it doesn't work for any reason, we had a few people in the first instance who hadn't watched the video properly. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't read that. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. Let's sit here and go through it now and, get it all sorted. So yeah.